13th, 14th and the 15th of June, it's going to bring you a surprise. The surprise that you are going to have within these 3 days, on these 3 days, is going to literally change everything. Because for once, you're going to change your way of thinking. For two, you're going to change your mind. And number three, it's an absolutely ridiculously powerful option that you are going to have at the same time. An opportunity that you are going to have at the same time. This is so much so to do with who you are. This is so much so to do with what you want to do. And this is also so much so to do with a very important stage when it comes to your karma, when it comes to your spiritual journey. It's also reaching a ridiculously important stage, which means that karmically you have been through quite a lot, which means karmically maybe you have been suffering a lot, maybe you were suffering from like a drainage of energy, which you can just reflect on us in so many different ways, but in particular when it comes to like trying to achieve things, when it comes to trying to do things, when it comes to like the extension of our energy in order to project our energy to do something. These are the times when we feel very often that our energy can be rather drained. So that can affect our way of work, that can affect who we are, purely because it affects the way we feel. So these are the type of things that you might have been feeling. I am going back, now within the last 24 months to even 36 months, this was quite a significant stage, when it comes to karmically, when it comes to you, my gorgeous Scorpione, you have been able to feel this quite a lot. And that's why I'm saying that these 3 days are most certainly going to be very, very important when it comes to your change, very important when it comes to what you are doing, and very important most certainly when it comes to the next stage of your life, my gorgeous Scorpione. And this is nothing unusual. It doesn't surprise me because it happens now. Why is it happening now? Why is it happening now? Because we are now entering the second stage or the second part of this year, 2020. Of course. The first part is in between, the beginning of the year and June. And the second part is from June until the end of the year. So now this is a very important stage because it's remarkably going to affect you. Like when it comes to your energy levels, when it comes to you feeling optimistic again, when it comes to you having ideas, it's a very highly vibrational time that you're actually going to have. But most certainly, most importantly, it's a time of an unfoldment which is going to start right from the June, and it's going to work itself really nicely and beautifully right until the end of the year. So now, my gorgeous Scorpione, it is not only about the opportunity, it is not only about the new beginning. There is going to be a little bit of sacrifice that you're going to need to do, you're going to need to make, of course. And this sacrifice is going to come, and it's going to be connected to the part of your life that came to an end anyway. So karmically, it's just dragging, and it's going to be on you to see what this is. And most certainly, it is going to be very quick decision that you're going to make about that, around that. So that is going to be also absolutely evolutionary when it comes to you, my gorgeous Scorpiones, indeed. And I am talking about the actual June, from June until the end of the year 2020. There's a lot gonna start happening, and a lot is gonna start unfolding indeed. And these, my babies, it's also going to be pretty much so very strongly you're gonna feel at around the end of June, strongly you're gonna feel about, it's to do with you, it's to do with who you are and what you want to do and what you want to focus on, because the end of the year is also going to reveal something to you, something about your skill that you are going to take like on a, my lord, not on the next level, but on the level number 101. Honestly, this will be very important because at the same time, my gorgeous Scorpione, you are going to plant an important seed, and that seed that you are going to plant, that idea that you are going to start, it's going to create a new beginning at the same time, which is most certainly going to take off beautifully like a beautiful oak tree in the actual November 2020. November 2020 will, of course, have a very strong connection with the June 2020, or you see what I mean? And this is when your energy is very powerful, and this is when your energy is really strong, my gorgeous Scorpioni. In November, of course, October, November, you know, these are the times when your energy is very powerful, and it's very strong, and it's very vibrational in many different ways, in particular when it comes to you planning things, doing things, starting things, when it comes to you directing your energy towards the things that you want to do. Absolutely wonderful, remarkable, and most certainly it's going to give you the necessary courage, you know, the necessary courage to deal with like an unusual situation. But this unusual situation is just something that has been part of you as well, something that was the part of your life for a long time, and it's just kind of like on you now to make some kind of first move in order to rectify something. But I can see that you are going to have a wonderful courage as well at the same time, and this courage is going to play an important role. You see this, it's an absolutely wonderful time when it comes to the actual meditation and when it comes to grounding. My gorgeous Scorpioni, this is a spiritual time. So you see the connection, strange connection in between June and actual November 2020, when your energy is very powerful, when your energy is very strong, October, November. You see, this time is very much so connected to it. So that's why if you meditate, that's why if you ground yourself, you know, there are going to be lots of things that are going to come to you when you least expect it. It's almost like, you know, when you're like meditating and grounding yourself at this time, you get this like a magical reward that kind of sharpens you out in so many different ways, but most certainly kind of makes you creative, but at the same time it gives you a focus, at the same time it gives you the actual perspective, beautiful perspective, powerful perspective that you wouldn't normally have. Oh my Lord, this is the month that you have been waiting for, my gorgeous Scorpioni. If it's any month where you're going to feel like, ooh la la, vava vomish amount of energy, oh my Lord, it's going to be June, most certainly. Your number, when it comes to numerology, is number 12. But before I even do this, my name is Sasha Bonasin, and I'm a psychic medium. And this is your monthly horoscope tarot card reading, and it's for you, my gorgeous Scorpio, Scorpioni, and it's for June 2020. So it's for you, my gorgeous Scorpioni, and it's for June 2020. You will love it, you will love it, you will love June, most certainly. It is just a beautiful expression of you that I can see right at this moment in time. It's all about fun, it's all about happiness, it's all about optimism and excitement through your own experiences, through your own realization. Number 12 means that you're going to realize how powerful you are. You're going to realize how strong you are. You're going to have a flip-flop situation. Do you know, flip-flop spiritual situation? It's all the negativity that you felt so far, all the uncertainty that you felt so far. Now you're going to be like, ooh la la, you're going to turn these, my babies, into your own favor. And that in itself, it's not only enhance your power, enhance your strength, but it's just going to give you enough energy to keep going at those times when you need it the most, in order to rectify certain things and in order to move on with certain stages and certain areas of your life that no longer serve you anymore. It is number 12. It's all about the beautiful suspension, transition, and change. An important change, my gorgeous Scorpioni. This is what I'm talking about, you know. And it's especially when it comes to those things that are bringing you down, that are making you feel bored, that are making you feel unhappy. You know, it's about the little sacrifice that you're going to need to make in a sense of adjustment, a readjustment, a little management that you're going to need to do. But most certainly, this is the way, this is the time when you're going to go through your own regeneration, rebirth. Very important for you, because most certainly that is the time when you're going to feel a very strong connection. You're going to feel very strong feelings to reconnect with people in your life as well, like people who mean to you the most. Number 12 means reconnection and connection with the people that are dear to you, with the people that you love, with the people who love you. And there is also going to be an important motivation, realization, and advice from somebody quite significant in your life, like a family member or a friend is just going to happen to give you an advice at the right moment in time. But nothing happens like just like that. Everything happens for a reason. But in particular when it comes to you, my gorgeous Scorpione, when it comes to the actual June, this is going to be remarkable, and you will know what I mean. And these energies are also going to enhance you, like, and they will make you to kind of like reconnect and connect when it comes to your life, when it comes to your social life and things like that. You know, it's very, very important. You see this? It just flicked out, my baby. It just flicked out like there is no tomorrow. Look at this. And what is this? What is this? Bam ba da 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 dum bam bam dun du 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 du. Scorpion, Scorpion. It's transformation, my gorgeous Scorpione. This is the transformation. This is the wise time. This is a beautiful time, and it's very powerful, which means that at the same time, you know, at those moments, you know, when you feel really drained, and at those moments that you feel really tired. But I know it sounds weird, I know it sounds strange, but these are the times that you're also going to be able to consciously and subconsciously to redirect that energy towards the best of your abilities in order to use it for yourself to your own advantage. You know, when we feel drained and we feel tired and there is no reason for this, you know, it's important to understand that that's a huge amount of energy that is accumulated within you. Just remember, try to remember what I said, because you can just relax, you can meditate a little bit, you can ground yourself, and then after that moment you will be able to actually use this energy to your advantage and to direct it towards the things that you want to happen, towards the things that you want to do, towards the things that you want to expand, you know, towards the things that you want to enhance. This is a very important moment in time, my gorgeous Scorpione. You see this? It's all about you coming to terms with certain perhaps changes, but also at the same time seeing the best, absolutely the best outcomes that you could possibly hope for. Very beneficial situation, you know. You are also going to find yourself somewhere unusual, somewhere strange, somewhere different. And I say this because there is going to be one of the days in June, you know. And number three is also going to be very important. Number 3 as the number, when this happens, is going to be very important. Just remember what Sashita said. Number 3 is going to be very important indeed, but on one of the days you are going to be part of the energy where you're going to feel, oh my god, you know, this is the twilight zone, you know, like a different dimension. But Scorpiones, you love this weirdness, you love when things are different, you love when things are mysterious, but because very often you'll find this beautiful energy in order to express yourself. So this is going to be the time when you're going to find yourself being part of the situation that it's going to surprise you. So a couple of days earlier, something is going to take place, something is going to happen, and you're going to need to be somewhere which is not going to be planned at all, and that is going to put you in touch with a certain people, so a certain group of people, or a certain person, for example, or a certain situation where you're going to need to react really quickly. And you know, my babies, this is when your subconscious mind comes through. This is when the energy of June comes through. This is when the second stage of your spiritual journey is coming through, what I'm talking about, because most certainly you're going to react to something, and the reaction is just going to be like pum pum pum, like really quickly, you know. And that reaction is going to be everything, because it's going to come deeply from the deepest part of yourself, when it comes to your own intuition, when it comes to your own spiritual essence. So therefore it's going to be an important moment. That reaction is going to be everything, because that reaction is also going to be connected to your own wheel of fortune, my gorgeous Scorpione. It is all about destiny, fortune, and an important outcome that you're actually going to have. The response is going to be amazing, because it's going to advance your life, most certainly, but it's to do with an important time of culmination, which is going to bring you an absolutely remarkable conclusion, ridiculously important conclusion. It's going to come out of it. You see, all this is going to be connected, but the bottom line is, when it comes to this wheel of fortune, when it comes to this destiny moment, when it comes to this fate moment, you know, it's important to say that the actual conclusion that you are going to have, it's going to be remarkable, because you will know, my babies, that you are approaching the end of the problem, like annoying problem that was really bringing you down quite often. So now this is going to be brilliant, but it's wonderful and very interesting how this is going to come out of the actual unexpected event indeed. It is also very important to say, like the little bit of negativity and little bit of pain and sadness that you felt over the last 10 weeks. Why were you sad? What was bringing you down? What was making you negative? If you were negative, it's important to say that this will be connected to your emotion, because now what happened within the last 10 weeks, it's actually going to going to bring you an important moment where you're going to find this situation quite beneficial, because your understanding is going to be a little bit different. So here already you will be thinking about a different stage when it comes to your future and when it comes to your planning, and this is going to be your driving and your guiding force at the same time. So benefit and profit, and most certainly the gain when it comes to the actual improvement, it's important. And also you will know that something will pass, something will go away, something will not stay there forever. This is really important to say when it comes to like a maybe negative feelings that you had about the events that have been happening around you, that there was nothing that you could basically do about it. On another hand, it's important to say that it's just all about the actual fact that you're also going to have a quite important moment in time when it comes to the actual good news. And good news, it's something that is just going to help you out so much, and something that is going to open your eyes, something that's going to make you realize, an important moment in time when it comes to the actual something that you expected, it's your expectation, but it's just going to help you to realize something else, some kind of a realization, some kind of ability that you need to pay attention to, something that some kind of ability is going to come out, and it's almost going to be, my Lord, like a literally sacred moment in time for you, my gorgeous Scorpione. And this is why I'm saying that this is going to be rather important moment in time indeed. When it comes to the actual health, now, when it comes to the actual health, my gorgeous Scorpione, I'm gonna say what I said before. It's important for you to understand that this is still important for you to take organic acerola cherry powder, which is a natural form of vitamin C. Okay, organic acerola cherry powder. If you can take 1 little teaspoon and you take this with a little glass of water, you drink it in the morning, and you do the same thing at night. So 1 teaspoon is gonna give you a whopping amount of vitamin C, natural vitamin C, which is going to rejuvenate you, and it's also going to boost your immune system. And also natural vitamin D, if you can get a vitamin D supplement, a natural zinc supplement, and also a little bit of calcium. Calcium and vitamin D are going to be very beneficial when it comes to your bones, because your bones are going to feel a little bit sensitive, so that's why you're going to benefit from both calcium and vitamin D. But when it comes to your to boosting your immune system, vitamin D is also brilliant with zinc and vitamin C to boost your immune system. On another hand, make sure that you are using deodorants. I said this before, deodorants without aluminium in, just without aluminium, natural deodorants, very important, because you don't want aluminiums, because it blocks your pores, and then you just, no baby, no. So you just need something like a natural aluminium. And one more thing, one more thing I was going to say is just basically, I know I said it before, but I need to say it again, just inside your mouth, your gums are still going to be sensitive. Try to drink as much water as you can, and also try to get like a toothpaste and mouthwash without fluoride, not with fluoride, without fluoride. And toothpaste and mouthwash that I would recommend would be something like a tea tree aloe vera combination for the mouthwash and the actual toothpaste, very important. And vitamin C and zinc that I recommended is still going to help you with the gum healing as well. And one more thing is try to drink organic dandelion tea, because dandelion tea is going to be remarkable when it comes to the energy. Sometimes people don't understand how powerful herbs are. You can pick dandelion tea by yourself and you can make it. It's very easy to do. Or you can just basically go and buy like organic dandelion tea and try to drink this like once a day. For once, it's going to flush out the toxins out of the system, but it's going to rejuvenate you in so many different ways, and also it's just brilliant when it comes to the actual energy. Okay, so if you're on any other medications, my gorgeous Scorpione, if you are pregnant or if you are breastfeeding, you just need to check with your doctor or GP. Only your doctor or GP can tell you whether this can interact with your existing medications, my babies, or not. So now basically, my gorgeous Scorpione, before I go even further, I would highly like to before I knock everything off, I would like to suggest you to get something like a dry sage. If you didn't look at the size of this, if you didn't actually get this before, I highly suggest you to get like a dry sage. Very important, because spiritually you're going to be very open. Your third psychic eye, it's going to be pretty much enhanced throughout this stage, okay? In particular with June, because it's a very strong connection to the actual November. So a lot is going to be happening. On one hand, your understanding levels are going to be like, oh my Lord, like you're going to understand so much, and it's going to come from the deepest levels of your subconscious mind, which means that spiritually you're going to be very powerful. But on another hand, you're just kind of like a little bit vulnerable when it comes to the actual energies from the outside that can affect you and drain you a little bit, because you're open spiritually in order to gain all these informations which you're going to be gaining throughout June. So that's why I highly recommend you to get like a dry sage and just burn it, and just at least twice, if you can do it at the beginning of the month and at the end of June as well. Just burn this, have a little sauce underneath, and go into every single room in the house, and then you have the windows closed first, and then you have say a little chant. If you want, say a little prayer. If you want, say a little affirmation. If you want, or if you don't feel like it, you don't have to do it. It's not your call. But then it's all up to you, the way you feel like connected with your spirit. You see, it all depends. And then once when you're like smoke the whole place, the whole area, the whole home, then you just open the windows. As then the smoke goes away, the negative energy goes away. But also, if you feel drained yourself 3 days later, that's just actually really good, because it means that you had a certain amount of negative energy accumulated within you, and the process of draining this out, it makes you a little bit drained for 3 days, and then after that you feel like super energized, re-energized, and your radiance is very powerful, and people are able to feel this. If you would like to buy this, the link is in the description below, in my description right at the bottom. And I have to say, if you buy things from my channel, you're also supporting my channel as well. So now, my gorgeous Scorpione, the very important date, it's going to be the 1st of June. La la la. The 1st of June, you're already going to start feeling this Vavumish energy. You're going to start feeling this unexplained energy, but you're going to feel quite good, and you're going to feel like you want to do things. You're going to feel like you want to find out things, even if you feel like a little bit tired first to start with. Then as the time goes by, as the days unfold itself, this is how you're going to start feeling. And this is nothing unusual, because the 1st of June, it's also not only the first day of the month, which is going to make it rather powerful, but it's also the first day of a powerful unfoldment. There are a few things that are going to take place, which are also going to be rectified at the end of the month. So this is going to be an important moment in time when it comes to your home, when it comes to your family, when it comes to your pleasure, when it comes to the actual change that you're going to feel that you're going to be able to do. And it's all about being able to feel that you're going to be able to make this change, and it's going to give you so much of this Vavumish, beautiful, positive and optimistic energy. But on another hand, this is coming purely and directly from a very powerful combination of earthly energies that you are going to have, and it's coming from the combination of the spiritual and material prosperity. This is absolutely fantastic, because it's also going to help you out, with the certain setbacks when it comes to something materialistic things, and the certain setbacks that created delays as well, created an obstacle, and that obstacle now you're going to be able to work on, and you're going to be able to rectify it. And it's wonderful, because something is going to be revealed in your dream as well at the same time, in between the 1st and the 5th of June. In between the 1st and the 5th of June, it's very important to try to see what is actually going to be revealed in your dreams, my gorgeous Scorpione. Very important. And also, if you don't remember your dreams, subconsciously, as soon as you open your eyes, the first few minutes, even if you don't remember your dreams, you just need to pay attention. What is the very first thing on your mind in the morning? Whatever you hear, you need to pay attention to. Whatever you hear, you need to do. Whatever you hear, you need to go for. Even if it's like oh, maybe I should wash the carpet, maybe I should just wash the window. It's not about doing these things. I know it sounds really weird and funny, but it's about the fact that you're following these sacred orders, and these sacred orders are always going to reveal and going to bring you something throughout this powerful vibration. And also, it's some kind of, you see, this is the sign. Every time the light goes away, and this has been happening, this is the sign, my gorgeous Scorpione, this is the sign, you see, because it is just obviously, I have no idea what's happening, because this gets so hot, and it's just basically, this is the reaction that I have. But then again, it's just me, it's my energy. It's like, even the lights are not working, you see? So it's important to say, because this is also going to make you realize, and it's going to confirm some kind of learning process, my gorgeous Scorpione, that you're also going to have. It's all going to make sense, over these few days, over these first 5 days indeed, because it's some kind of reflection that is going to remind you that you need to brush up on some kind of process, a learning process of a learning experience. Another thing I recommend is to get a labradorite crystal and just make sure that you're actually keeping this next to your bed, because that is just going to help you with your own grounding, with your own spirituality, with your own understanding, but also most importantly, it's going to help you to ground yourself at the moment in time when you need it the most, in particular when you want to remember your dreams, when you want to remember signs, when you want to remember these directions. It has got such a beautiful impact and influence on us, labradorite crystal. If you would like to get this gorgeous crystal, the link is in the description below, and by buying things from my channel, you're also supporting my channel as well. Okay, so now, my gorgeous Scorpione, the next important date of course, it's going to be the 11th of June, isn't it? The 11th, of course, 11. This is important date, because now there are a couple of things here before I even start this. It's like to do, if you see any numbers repeating 11, 11, or 111, any numbers like that with number 1 that are repeating, it's important for you to realize this, because this is also going to be a very significant sign that an important time is coming of your own spiritual awakening. You just need to trust yourself, because at the same time you will be tested. So this is your spiritual message. This is your spiritual sign. At the moment in time when you're tested, my babies, you're going to do absolutely great. I'm not saying that you're going to do wrong, you're going to do bad or anything like that, but Sashita is telling you, just keep your head up and just, do not let any negativity go through you. You just have to trust yourself. You're very powerful, you're very spiritual, you're very significant. You, my Lord, you have got a ridiculously powerful power when it comes to projection on other people. So it's very important for you to just trust yourself with any process, in particular when it comes to the little test that you're going to have at around the 11th, on the 11th of June. But it's important also to say that when you see the numbers 11, 11 or 111, 111 repeating, then you will know that this is the time when you're going to be tested at the same time. But it's important because it's good. You're going to do well, you're going to do great, because this is to do with your own spirituality and your own spiritual awakening, my Lord. 11th, it's also going to be important, 11th of June, because you're going to have a very powerful information here about your own success, and this is to do with the actual material attainment. You're going to find yourself in an advantage. It's to do with your security and power, but it's also to do with your well-being, and it's also to do with your victory. An important victory is going to take place here, in particular when it comes to the certain difficulties coming to an end. Scorpione, my babies, this is about your stability, this is about your security, this is about a strong ground that you are standing on at the same time, which is going to bring you such a beautiful harmony at the same time. And also an important relationship, somebody very significant and important in your life will tell you something on the 11th and the 12th. It's going to tell you something, but it's more about the actual confirmation than anything else. And out of that, it's also going to be a wonderful advice that you didn't expect, okay? And that advice is also going to help you to do something quicker, to do something sooner, to make the certain process shorter. basically. On another hand, 11th of June is going to bring you an accomplishment. I really like this because it's all about the material well-being, and also it's all about the actual exploration. You know, if you throw yourself into like a learning things or wanting to find out things or wanting to explore things, this is going to be absolutely remarkable, my gorgeous Scorpionis. And also if you're looking for work, if you're looking to expand yourself, like when it comes to things like that, you know, June is going to be very important and it's very promising. And this mid-June, from the 11th of June until at around the 18th and 19th of June, this time it's going to be remarkably important to prove yourself at work, to do things to the best of your ability, to give 1000% to whatever you do. You always do anyway, but this time in particular, it's almost like you're going to be watched, but in the best possible way, because the reward is going to come, which is also going to be connected to the second stage of your journey. But on another hand, you know, if you're working, if you're doing things, you know, this is a lot to do. Like, just remember to stay committed to the task at hand. But on another hand, if you're looking for a job, if you're looking for work, this is a brilliant time to just keep going and keep going and keep going. It might not happen like straight away at this time, but it's certainly something that's going to take a certain process, and then later on you're going to see an absolutely remarkable success out of this particular situation, you know, because this is all about the accomplishment, and it's all about the safety, and it's all about the change as well that you're going to have. And that change is going to be very important, but also at the same time you will know that there is a certain alteration that you're going to need to do when it comes to that particular change. But it's good because it's going to help you with instability, with uncertainty, you know, and also it's going to help you a lot with inconsistency in your life. I'm really excited because, you know, this time is particularly important when it comes to your recognition. You know, just remember, please, if you're looking for work, if you're looking for a job, if you're looking to prove yourself, to expand yourself, anything that you're looking to do important, this is going to be ridiculously powerful time, okay? And it's just a basically perfection, recognition. It's going to be very much so quite ultimate here, and there's some kind of honor that you're going to feel, and this is going to mean to so much to you. It's going to make you feel happy. It's going to make you realize a certain capability, and you will know what to single out around you. There is something about it that you're going to single out, and you will want to explore a bit further. It's important because this is all about the actual good news after undertakings, but also at the same time, this is going to bring you rewards from hard work, success, and admiration of others. But you will know the biggest thing here is, my babies, that you will know that the 11th, 12th and the 13th, these 3 days, you know, are going to be directly responsible for you realizing that you are in, my babies, for the ultimate change. And this is exactly what you needed. This is exactly what you wanted. This is exactly what you were hoping for. The third important date, or the date number 327, no, the 25th of June. The 25th of June, it's going to be quiet, ooh la la, because this is when you're going to feel like really wise. This is going to feel like really old, like an old spirit, you know, wise and old spirit energy that you're going to feel. And this is nothing unusual, because it's most certainly going to be a very enhanced moment in time when it comes to the actual impact of your own third psychic eye, which is going to enhance your intuition to its maximum. Your intuition is going to be enhanced to its maximum. You're going to be like a little psychic. You know, we're all little psychics, but it's just like then at the end, the last week of June, it's just like you're going to be like, oh my God. And it's the 7 days, the last 7 days. Number 7 is a highly spiritual number. So you are going to be guided by your guardian angels, by your spirit guides and things like that. So there are lots of little signs that you're going to have at the same time as well. Every single sign that you have, it's going to have a little information for you. It's all about being symbolical, what symbolically means, and also how you feel it around the time, also what is on your mind at around the time, also what problem you're trying to solve. You know, there are lots of little informations that you're actually going to gain out of it. But the 25th of June is going to bring you an amazing moment. You know, you're going to feel very wise, and suddenly you're going to be like, oh yes, that's exactly what I need to do. That's exactly what I must do. That's exactly what I have to do when it comes to the actual wise, sound strong judgment that you are going to have, and it's going to come from this moment of serene knowledge, you know. It's so much so very important because it's also going to bring certain emotion, hidden emotion to the surface. And it's important to say this because this is going to be quite significant when it comes to your practicality. You're going to be analytical here indeed, but what you're going to do, it's going to help you to improve your life, because you're going to realize that, you know, certain things will need to go and they will need to change because they're making you feel too frequently restrained. And that's why this is going to be important, because it's going to lead towards the discontinuance of effort, but most certainly it's going to be for something really good, because what is going to happen on the 26th and the 27th of June in particular, you are going to be finding this rather beneficial, because it is just going to be connected to the good news about your own advancement. And this is all going to be connected, and it's just so important because it's what you wanted to do, where you wanted to be, is to do with a certain promotion, but also it's an idea that you are going to have at the same time. This is so much so to do with your own advancement, but also it's just about recognizing something really important about yourself here, my gorgeous Scorpione. This is probably the most important than anything else, because it's going to lead you towards this, an important opportunity. Alleluia, 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 alleluia. This is how you're gonna feel. Raise your vibration, my baby. Sing your soul out. Raise your vibration. This is how you're gonna feel, because it's to do with a long process that was bringing you down, and this opportunity here, it's going to make sense. You will see. Why was I singing? Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Singing, my baby, singing. You're gonna love this. Okay, so now, my gorgeous Scorpione, basically sorry, the first week of June, it's basically going to be like you're going to feel the power, you're going to feel the stamina, you're going to feel the energy that you didn't feel in a quite long time. And look, see, I told you. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. I told you, Scorpione, every time when the slide goes, there is a little sign for you. Okay, so now I have to, keep on switching this, keep on switching these little bitches. No, I shouldn't call them bitches. But yes, there you go. So now, hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. The first week, my gorgeous Scorpione, you are going to be tested, you see. But as I said, it's going to be like a little test. But then again, you're going to feel very strong. You're going to feel very powerful. You're going to feel very energetic. And this is going to be really important, because it is just going to kind of like basically, you're going to come to terms, not to terms, but you're going to come across a certain situation, you know, and that situation, it's going to really test you in this particular way. You're going to need to be compassionate. This is a little bit of a karmic test, but it's nothing unusual, because we are entering the second stage of this year, which will be very important for you, my gorgeous Scorpione. So this is nothing unusual. So there will be the first week, someone is going to cross your path, and that person is going to, it's going to be like a compassion test, and you will need to see what this is. This is going to be karmically important. So I'm not saying, oh, you need to be nice, you need to be good. Sorry. You will know what to do exactly, and this is going to be absolutely superb, because this is most certainly going to make you realize something very important about yourself, something very important about your own bravery, something very important about your own capacity. But later on, you're actually going to have a beautiful karmic reward because of this. So there is going to be a little bit of a compassion test that you are going to have, but it's all going to make sense at the time. So don't worry about it. It's also connected to the time when you had a certain choice and a certain certain disharmony sorry, as well at the same time. On another hand, you know what I really like? You are also going to have an important vision, and an important vision that you're going to have, it's connected to your life, it's connected to what you do, but it's also connected to the actual limited success that it was at some point in your life, at some point in time before. What you were doing, you thought what you were doing and what you were hoping and what you were focusing on, it was attached to some kind of stigma of the limited success. So now, based on this, it's going to be the vision, an important vision that you're going to have, and this is going to be absolutely remarkable, because now that limited success is going to have a flip-flop moment, and it's actually going to, from the time when you felt a certain dissatisfaction and uncertainty, now this is going to create an important option when it comes to you having an opportunity throughout this particular vision that you're going to have. This vision, it's also at the same time going to create, mark and start an important journey when it comes to your own rebirth, but also on another hand, it's going to bring you a remarkable perspective, because it's all to do with what you wanted to do with your future planning, but this was the little thing that you had to go over. It's important, you know, because this was creating imbalance, and now that imbalance is going to start changing in the first part of June indeed, and this is going to be remarkable, because it's to do that imbalance, you know, that you had before. It was due to this situation not unfolding the way you wanted it. So now this is basically going to boil down to the fact there is an important resolution that is going to take place, an important resolution, okay? And this important resolution that you are going to have at some moment in time, maybe it created a certain conflict, you know, it doesn't really matter. It is a bit of a bitter taste connected to this situation to some point in the past. That doesn't matter, my babies, because this is coming to an end, and the most important thing is that the resolution, an important resolution, it's also going to take place. You see, very, very important. You see, look at this and watch for the sign. You're going to have a sign from the spirit world as well. A quite interesting sign from the spirit world you're going to have, my gorgeous Scorpione. So watch for the sign. You see, it's to do with your power, and something it's at the same time going to be confirmed to you. But also at the same time, this will be a little gift for you. Okay, so watch for the signs from the spirit world. Okay. The second part of June, it's going to be, do you know what? It's just to basically some kind of hidden agenda. It's going to be revealed to you through your own intuition. This is going to create an important stage in your life, because at the same time, it's going to help you to make a mature, important decision. I say mature because it's going to make you feel so good about yourself, because you're going to be absolutely 1000% right that what you're doing, it's right, but you're not going to be able to explain it. And this is nothing unusual. This is going to confirm things to you, but this is coming from your own intuition. So your intuition is going to kind of like a maybe make you not to overreact with a certain situation, with a certain outcome. And thank God that you didn't, because very soon after you're going to have something offered when it comes to the actual apprenticeship, when it comes to the actual change, when it comes to the actual new stage of your own spiritual journey. And that's why I also said that mid-June is remarkably important if you're looking for a job, if you're looking for work, or to express yourself. You know, this is, you know, to improve yourself, to prove yourself to someone, to start like negotiations, to start the processes of justice, if you like. You know, it's all these things are going to be wonderful, because the balance is going to be just right. However, make sure you stay committed to the task at hand. On another hand, you know, the mid-June, it's also going to bring you an important inspiration and potential when it comes to your home, you know, when it comes to your homecoming. This is also going to be an important time when you will feel very strongly spiritually connected to the things around you. Perhaps you will want to buy a little crystal. Perhaps you will want to get like a little statue. You know, suddenly you're going to start feeling connected to things that you haven't felt connected before, or that you haven't felt connected for a long time. Maybe you will walk in the forest and you will just see this beautiful stone, and then it's go, oh my God, this stone is beautiful, and you will take it and bring it home. You know, there are going to be lots of little signs and lots of little situations where your angels and your spirit guides are going to try to communicate to you. So you're going to feel a lots of little things that you feel connection with when it comes to your spirituality and when it comes to your home changes and things like that. But also, what else I was going to say, you know, I really like it because mid-June is going to be absolutely remarkable when it comes to certain delays and when it comes to the lack of motivation. Nice flip-flop moment, my gorgeous Scorpione. When it comes to the actual lack of motivation, now this is going to be wonderful because you are going to have a completely different moment where you're going to have an inspiration and potential. And not only that, you will know what to do. It was just, you know, it's just basically about the fact that, you know, it's about the indecisive situation, a couple of things that are just suddenly going to appear that are going to make you feel like, oh my Lord, which way to go. But by the time you get to the last part of June, you know, it doesn't really matter because, you know, the stage of your life that was tormenting you, that was bringing you down, that was bringing you a little bit of sadness, which is what I said before, is slowly coming to an end. So this doesn't matter because this is going to be completely connected to this trust, you see. Trust. You have to trust yourself. The end of June will be remarkable because you have to trust yourself. And this, my babies, look, it's going to bring you a potential. I find this so extraordinary, my gorgeous Scorpione, because it's a lot about improving yourself. It's a lot about living your life, but it's a lot about really focusing on those things about yourself, about your life that you're really special about. So the last part of June, it's going to bring you an important moment when it comes to your own potential. And this, my babies, is going to be a ridiculously important moment in time when it comes to your own turning point. On one hand, you will know, oh my God, it's going to bring you an option, you know, it's going to bring you the possibility that you didn't have before. But on another hand, this is all about the completion, success, okay, excitement, beautiful energy, and also at the same time, you know, the powerless, you know, it's going to mean to you so much because you are going to have such an important news at the same time. Something you're going to be told something, you know, and this is going to be very specific about you, about your situation, something that you have been waiting for, something that you have been hoping for to happen. It's very, very personal indeed, and it's also going to bring you a beautiful moment in time when it comes to this beautiful, absolutely gorgeous hope. But it's not about the hope, it's about the fact that you're going to have a strong connection with your future, and which means that you are going to have a prospect, brand new prospect, but it's going to be connected to your situation right now, but it's literally going to change everything. The beginning of something really special, the beginning of something really significant when it comes to some kind of new project which is connected to unlimited possibilities, but it's also so much so to do with who you are, what you want to do, and it's also most importantly going to, you know, it's to do with a certain acceptance at the same time that the things are going to change, but, you know, in a good way. But also most importantly, it's just going to really liberate you, my Lord, liberate you in so many different ways, you know. In particular, it's going to liberate you out of the powerless situation. This is a very important moment in time, my gorgeous Scorpione, and I just can't wait, absolutely can't wait for this to happen to you. And then you will see exactly what I meant. Very important moment in time, which is on another hand going to also bring you a quite significant financial opportunity, which is just going to make you feel that much more secure. It's exactly what you needed, but also an important for the next stage or next step of your life later on indeed. Okay, so now my gorgeous Scorpione, I'm going to shuffle this cardini. I'm going to shuffle these tarot cards, and I'm just going to basically connect to those of you that are actually in relationship. You know, your partner is going to need a little bit of your warmish love because your partner is going to feel a little bit drained. Your partner is going to feel a little bit down. Your partner is going to feel like a little bit low, and it's going to affect them the way they're going to plan. So I would just really like you to remind your partner just to keep going and be creative, be as creative as possible. But at the same time, don't forget to recommend to your partner, because I think that there is going to be a little draining of energy because it's going to affect their own creativity. Just make sure that you recommend to your partner something like organic acerola cherry powder. This is really important. Once in the morning, little teaspoon, drink it, baby, drink it. And once in the evening as well. Recommend this to your partner alongside with vitamin D. And also organic spirulina tablets would be quite good. When I say tablets, these are natural supplements, and if you get organic spirulina, then it's wonderful to take 3 tablets in the morning and 3 tablets at around the lunchtime, or if you take it in the powder form, then 1 teaspoon in the morning and 1 teaspoon later on at around the lunchtime. But if you go for the tablets, of course, this is a superb natural product, organic spirulina without any unnecessary additives or any rubbish like that, just natural spirulina from Hawaii. It's where I really think that you should get this from. And spirulina is wonderful when it comes to boosting immune system, but at the same time when it comes to the actual picking up these energy levels as well. So this is something that your partner is going to be dealing with, your partner is going to need. But also 8 of Wands, you see, it's fantastic. I really like it because now there is going to be an important progress for both of you this month, and that progress is going to bring you an important news and important information, and you will know that the things are going to start changing. You will know the things are going to start moving on. It's all about the actual swift change at the same time, but it's wonderful how this is going to happen at around the same time when you receive an important message. And that, my babies, is going to be important time for both of you, because it's going to help you with a certain continuation, and that continuation is going to be everything at the end of the month. So it's a very, very good month for the couples when it comes to the actual progress. Okay. And now, my gorgeous Scorpioni, I'm going to Shuffleini, Distrattini, Cardini, and I'm going to connect to those of you that are single and ready to mingle. Do not lose your hope, do not lose your hope, do not lose your hope, do not lose your hope. You have got power in you, you have power in you, you can do whatever you want to. Scorpioni, Scorpioni, you are powerful. Use that energy to the best of your ability. Use that energy. It's for you, my gorgeous Scorpioni. You know, I say this because this month things are gonna start changing. In particular, when it comes to like a social things, you know, in life and things like that, you know, things are gonna start changing when people least expect it. Things are gonna start changing in an unexpected direction towards an unexpected outcome, and this outcome will be very important because it's going to allow people to continue with their own journeys in life. Now, I say this because, you know, this is an important time, my gorgeous Scorpioni, because you will do something, you know, something is going to take a process and start an important process at a time when you make an important decision, and you're going to feel so good about yourself, my babies, when you make this important decision, because you can only be so beautifully powerful and wise like yourself in order to do this. Because once you do this, you know, things are going to start moving on like there is no tomorrow really quickly. You know, very important moment in time indeed. But what I was going to say is that at the time when you make this decision, you know, you're going to feel so good. This is going to be the right decision. You're going to feel proud of yourself because it's a lot to do with your own courage, and also at the same time it's most certainly going to make you feel really good about your own security and power. King of Cups. Oh, surprise, surprise. I got a King of Cups. Surprise, surprise. So it's all about that power. It's all about making the right decision. It's all about the right influence at the same time that you are going to have. It's all about the great honor that you are going to have at the same time. This is an important moment in time when something is also going to be confirmed to you almost immediately. But you will know that there is a little adjustment that you will need to make. There's a little management that you're going to need to work on, in particular when it comes to that good influence that you're going to have, because at the right moment, at the right time, there is something for this very special person that is going to come to you, that is going to travel towards you, and it's going to confirm that. So it's all about this important influence that you're going to have at the same time. And then you will do something, you will start something, and it's going to start feeling really the right thing to do. And this is to do with your next stage, with the next journey. And at the same time, that beginning, that process is going to be very much so connected to this person who is going to walk into your life. That person could walk into your life in now, like in June, you know, but you may not be aware of it, or you're not going to be aware of it. But most certainly later on, not that late, but later on you will be aware of it, because this is all going to be connected. I know that this is all a little bit confusing, but I'm just saying, my gorgeous Scorpione, at the moment in time when you walk through this door, at the moment in time when you walk through this new door, this brand new spiritual door, you're going to find yourself on the other side of absolutely everything without you even realizing this, because this is so much so to do with your spiritual journey and everything you have done so far. And that at the same time is also going to put you immediately in the situation, in the into this energy, into this dimension, into this realm where this other very special person is actually going to be. And this is all part of your life, this is all part of your feelings, this is all part of your emotions, and it's all part of your turning point that you are going to have at the same time. You see, the High Priestess, it's a very important moment in time also, you know. It's going to happen at the time when you make this really wise decision, really powerful decision, you know, and this person is going to be absolutely perfect for you. And it's just so difficult to explain, but karmically so important, because when you make this decision, you automatically go on the whole next level, really high and spiritual level. And that is also going to create a new important point when it comes to your spiritual journey. You will jump like ooh la la on a rather advanced level, and that's why this is going to be like your little spiritual reward, you know, someone very special, someone very beautiful, someone very different, you know, it's going to walk into your life, but it's all going to be connected to this situation. And it's only the matter of time, my gorgeous Scorpione. It's only the matter of time. Okay, my gorgeous Scorpione, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. I love every single one of you, my gorgeous people. I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, and light. Okay, my gorgeous people, I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, and light to every single one of you. Thank you ever so much for watching my videos. Sasha Bonasin, Psychic Medium. Love you, Scorpione. Bye.